Many home sellers are wondering, what does all this real estate settlement talk have to do with you, right? Many are wondering that. Real estate lawsuits, sellers shouldn't have to pay buyer agents, all of these articles that you've seen in the news for almost a year now. What does it mean? Well, a lot of it is misinformation. A lot of it is misleading to home sellers. I've been doing this for 20 years. I've personally sold thousands of properties, and as the broker, I have overseen thousands upon thousands of sales. And I and the realtors in our company know what it takes to sell homes for the most money. We also recognize the fact that we've got a fiduciary duty to you when we're representing you as the home seller. And every realtor you meet with should be aware of that fiduciary duty. So a lot of these articles, they're talking about sellers shouldn't have to pay buyer's agent and sellers shouldn't have to pay as much. I've even seen some articles that have said, because of this settlement, real estate prices will come down. Where do I start? So much misinformation that isn't accurate. Here's what you, the home seller, need to be focused on. You need to be focused on, how do I sell my home for the most money? Well, think about it. It's attraction. The better your marketing, and I don't mean just fancy videos, pictures, and all of those kinds of things that everyone thinks of when they think marketing, but I also mean, how do you best attract a buyer to your home? One of the biggest ways to do that is to make your home the path of least financial resistance, because that's the way that buyers go. Buyers look for the least financial resistance. Buyers don't go out and say, oh, I want to buy a home that I have to pay my realtor out of pocket, pay my closing costs, pay my down payment, and I can't wait to do that. No, they don't do that. So have that in mind when you're talking to your realtor. Consider still offering compensation out proactively, because that will help attract buyers. Buyers today, now in this new environment, they're going to be bound by buyer agency agreements, buyer contracts, or some kind of written buyer agreement of some sort, which is going to make more buyers more paranoid about what they owe to their agent. So, how do you overcome that? You overcome that by potentially giving your agent the willingness to offer compensation out. And if you don't want to offer it out proactively, well, you had better, if you want to sell your home for the most money, at least consider having a willingness to look at offers and consider offers that ask for the compensation to be paid by you, the seller, within the transaction. Because you see, when it's within the transaction, buyers can get their mortgage no problem. Buyers can't just take the commission that they owe their agent and just put it on top of their mortgage, and the mortgage company says, oh yeah, no problem, we'll pay that for you. No, that's not how it works. Lenders lend on an asset-based basis. They lend on the property. They don't give personal loans. So you need to keep this in mind. And if your realtor's not talking to you about these things, you should be concerned. Furthermore, I also want to add, I've seen some real estate brokerages and some realtors putting ads out saying, if you work with me, you'll only have to pay me, you won't have to pay the other broker. Well, guess what, home sellers? You've always had that right. I remember doing appointments 20 years ago and sellers would say, why am I paying the other realtor? Do I need to do that? Should I do that? And I would discuss that with them, because it was customary for many years for a realtor to charge a fee, take a portion of their fee, and share it with the other broker. Some brokerages are still allowing that, though it won't be done through the MLS. But some brokerages, mine included, are saying, we're not getting into broker-to-broker compensation sharing. Instead, we're going to talk to our sellers about paying us, and then, if the seller would like, they pay the buyer's brokerage. Now, truth be told, sellers were always paying it, and really, where was the money coming from? The buyer. So who was paying the commission all along for the last 100 and something years? Who's paying the commission moving forward? That's a great debate that's been going on since the beginning of time in real estate. But bottom line, keep these things in mind when you are marketing your home and you're putting your home out in the open market. Buyers take the path of least financial resistance. Try to make that your home. That's all. Good luck. Happy home selling.